One.
Hello all, Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive. Welcome to Demystify the Divine, readings and tools to connect. Hoping you guys are doing really, really well this week. Hopefully everything is working with our technology. We're on a different platform tonight and very excited to be here. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Not tomorrow, sorry. Friday, we have new moon in Aquarius. That's very exciting. So right now, actually tomorrow, we're going to be in the dark moon phase, which is about what are we releasing from the previous new moon cycle. And so we've been new moon in Capricorn for a while. So take a minute right now to kind of tune in and see what it is that's been going on. You can kind of look at it from the last month because the new moons are happening sort of at the beginnings of the month. I think the new moon in January was like the 7th maybe, or the 8th. Maybe it was the 11th. I'm not sure. But anyway, look over this past 4 weeks and just notice what you'd like to release. You know, the dark moon phase is actually I want to say, it's not a real phase, like not a scientific phase, but it is an energetic phase, and that's really important. Peony, I think that music is a little distracting. I didn't know that was playing.
All right.
Out, so maybe just turning it down a bit.
Okay.
Thank you. So yeah, dark moon. It's an energetic phase, and that energetic phase is really important to what we're clearing, what we're cleansing, what we're releasing, what we're acknowledging about what transpired in, the previous 28 days and what that might look like for you. Here's the thing. A lot of people get nervous about releasing because whenever we're releasing things, it usually implies or indicates that you might have to let go of something that you don't want to let go of. Sorry, I'm cleaning my teeth. 2 seconds. I had 2 seconds to shove some food in my mouth before we got on. Otherwise, I would be extra grouchy or hangry, whatever the term is. I'm hypoglycemic, so I need to eat. So Keone, make sure to let me know if there's like some weird piece of pepper or something in my teeth. I'd be mortified.
I'm trying to text to join live. Please click the link, and you made me put to join live. Please click the teeth, and I had to delete it.
Like, please clean your teeth before you come on live to Demystify the Divine. That's so funny. So yeah, we sometimes hesitate to get into release because release often means, oh no, I have to let go of something that I might not be ready to let go of. Or, oh no, every time I release something, there's grief or there's pain or there's discomfort, around the release. Or, okay, I know something new's coming in and I'm a little nervous about what that could be. What does all of this mean? And I want to say here, the releasing is so important. The bottom line is change is happening. Change happens every single day, every minute of every day. We have to kind of retrain our brains to understand that that's the natural flow of life. And when we get into that natural flow of life and rhythm of life, suddenly that change doesn't need to be scary. We take our power back. We own that power, and the release, instead of being, angst ridden or like, oh God, what am I releasing? It can actually be something that we look forward to. I'm so grateful to be able to release this because of all the things that it gave me, right? It all leads back to gratitude. And when we release, we need to say thank you for what I'm releasing. Even those things that we're not sure why we're releasing it, or we might not be ready to release it 100%. We might be in, I want to say, a space of resistance. to that, it's important to acknowledge and acknowledge gratitude, say thank you anyway. Thank you for what this is going to bring me, universe. Even if I don't know what that is right now, thank you for what this is going to bring me. I'm grateful, and help me through it. Help me to get through it with grace. Help me to get through it with poise. Help me to get through it with a sense of humor. And whatever you need to sort of do in that moment. So take a minute right now to ask yourself, what is it that you are releasing from this 28-day cycle that we have been through? Of course, that we're in the 26th day of that, or 27th. Take a minute to ask that. And I'm going to actually pull a card. I'm going to pull a tarot card to see what collectively we're releasing. And of course, if you, with my new moon musings that I always do, we're releasing two things. With my new moon musings that I always do, I have been starting to pull a release card as well. And I can't remember off the top of my head what that particular release card was, but I want to say this will kind of bring us into the present moment and bring some focus. Oh, beautiful. So this is the Chrysalis Tarot. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So we're releasing, we're releasing our control over the illusion of control over time, and stepping into divine timing, divine order. We're also releasing the idea that risk is scary, and we're stepping more into a space of all is as it should be. I don't need to waste time and energy judging the why of what's in my path. I can use my energy to say, what is it here to teach me? And thank you, universe, for what it is that I'll be receiving. As I release this, thank you for what it is that I'll be receiving in its place. And the wheel is 10, new beginnings based on an already established foundation. And then the second card is the Illusionist, the Knight of Stones, or the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting that we're getting a divine timing and divine order message. And the Knight of Pentacles is, I want to say, the slowest knight, the most lackadaisical kind of knight. He is, I shouldn't say lackadaisical. He actually is a hard worker. He just takes his time. He thinks about things a lot. He lollygags to get where he needs to go. He's not the impulsive one. He's the one that's really going to think over a situation. And I love that he's being titled and referred to as the Illusionist, because I feel like this is something that we are releasing at this time as well, is the illusion that we have any control or say over timing. Maybe we can take a lesson from the playbook of the Knight of Pentacles, that everything gets done in its own timing and I don't need to rush. I just need to make sure that I'm where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be. And I trust in the flow of life to get me there. So I think that's really, really significant, really important. And no, okay, I was going to say, I was thinking, is it a 10? It's not, or is it an 11? Because I was thinking 10 and 11, but it's not an 11. It's actually a 12 in the tarot if we're counting it. But the 12 breaks down into a 3, and the 3 is all about creation. So what are we creating? So you can't create something if you've got something in the space of creation, right? You got it. Part of the creation process is that destruction. I've got to destruct and demolish something that has already been created. It's already had its day, its time, its space, its place. And now I'm moving into having space to create something new and something exciting. So that feels really, really good. I'm enjoying these cards, the Chrysalis Tarot. I'll just show you the backs of the cards as well. I got these new, and this deck has been around forever. And it's been in my wish list for a really long time. And I just never pulled the trigger on it. And I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I just decided there was a big sale on at it was US Games actually that I got it. I didn't even get it from Amazon. It was called It's US Games, and they had like a 30% off sale or whatever. So I bought a bunch of them, and I've really been enjoying the imagery. So if you're a card fan and you love tarot the way I do, check out the imagery. It's a bit whimsical, but still very connected to the traditional Rider Waite Smith depictions and imagery, and really beautiful colors, but not like super bright and bold and in your face. Just very, I want to say, very natural. And of course, the Chrysalis Tarot might as well be the Phoenix Tarot, right? Because it's all about that, the Phoenix, the cocoon, and how we're transforming. And of course, that's always my thing. So, all right,
You
Keone,
know what deck I miss?
what deck do you miss?
I miss the one that you made.
Oh, my
We
feathered
haven't seen
system.
that one in a hot minute.
Yeah, you're right. I should bring that out next time. I forgot about it. Thanks
Yeah,
for
I missed that as well. Well,
yeah.
let's see. So I asked Ragu because I felt weird. Ragu wasn't in the waiting room. So I asked him, Ragu, where are you? Uh, and he says that no, don't ever feel like you're dominating, Ragu. We see who hops on here, and we enjoy that you come on here. So don't ever feel like you're dominating. Okay,
Aw, so
I,
sweet.
that's sweet of him to think about others. But okay, so far we've only got three on the wheel right now. And
All
we're
right,
gonna go ahead and give it a spin. Oh, we haven't had a reading for try in a good
okay,
minute. So let's get a try reading in here.
awesome. So, Fry, I'm actually going to pull an oracle card for you, and this is a new oracle deck that I got recently in that same batch of decks that I got, and it's called Star Temple Oracle from Susie Cherub. I love Susie Cherub's decks. There's another one that I've been working with. I think it's called the Water Temple Oracle, if I'm not mistaken. I actually have used it a few times in my Ignite Your Wings membership at the Phoenix Rising event. And the members absolutely love that deck and love the imagery of it. So I'm happy to share her new deck here. So let's see what we got for you. Ooh, the Empress of the Night finale. After the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. So, feeling like there's definitely something that's coming to an end for you. I mean, obviously, finale, but it's important that you not let it pass by without some acknowledgement. I feel like when we hear the word finale, it implies the final act of the musical or the show. It's important. It's the opportunity to wrap things up. And I feel like whatever this is that's coming to an end for you, there's a part of you that feels maybe a little bit defeated by it. Like maybe it's an ending that you weren't expecting or anticipating, and you're feeling a little sad about it, or maybe feeling a little melancholy. And what I'm seeing is celebrate it. Like it needs to be a musical. Like it needs to have its own song, even if that song is a 30-second. How I describe me saying goodbye to 2023 was bye, see you later, wouldn't want to be ya, and I was done, right? But it needs to have some kind of pomp and circumstance acknowledgement. I'm also seeing for you this week, there's something coming up around work that's going to be a bit unexpected, and I feel like you're going to be in a little bit of a I'm hearing the word ricochet. So I feel like there's a decision that's being made at work, and there's going to be a little ricochet that happens. So I'm going to say, like, wear a raincoat because you don't want to get like wet from the exploding water balloon that isn't intended for you, but it's intended for the person next to you, and you're going to get some of it on you if you're not prepared, kind of thing, right? So I feel like for you, it's not being afraid of finales. It's not being afraid to, speaking of release, to let go of whatever this is. Don't see it as defeat. See it more as, okay, the universe has got something even better for me. And from this work perspective, I feel like I'm talking about two different things, but they have some similarity to it. With the work thing, I feel like you're being given this information so that you're not blindsided, so that you have a say in how it's going to affect you moving forward. And it can affect you positively or it can affect you negatively, depending on how you choose to receive it. Also, I just need to point out, so there's a beautiful, she's kind of got her hand coming up and she's, taking her fingers and putting it on the star, but I'm actually reading it like a peace dove and like the light of peace coming into her solar plexus chakra area. And that's what I'm feeling for you, Try, is this week, in particular, this week, whatever is being released or cleared away for you, whatever the finale is, it's going to leave space for you to fill. I feel like it's your soul space, right? The solar plexus chakra, your soul space, but also like the ego, the identity, my personal power, how I, wish to be seen out in the world, fills it with light, fills it with fulfillment, fills it with things that really matter to you now. And you really want to get clear on what that is for you, because it's going to be poignant and it's really going to help to shift the perspective on what's going away. You're going to really want to acknowledge it and want to celebrate it rather than mourning it or feeling bad about it or feeling shameful about it or, whatever is going on. After the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. So after I release, I have room to shine my light because I'm not cluttered with all sorts of other people's stuff and things. I can shine brightly knowing that that's my pure, radiant, divine light that's coming out. Beautiful. I love that. I hope that makes some sense to you. Thanks so much for submitting your name for a question. Who's next, Keone?
Hold on, I'm taking care of some naughtiness in the chat here.
Naked. Oh.
Oh, someone's giving out free readings naked. Okay, let's
It's
get.
not even a free reading, it's a fee reading naked. Yes,
Oh
I'll take
my
money to
God!
do a
If you're gonna spam us, at least type correctly.
right. Yeah, you're right. It's not a free reading naked, it's a fee reading naked.
Hey,
So you
I've been telling you for 2 years you need to start doing these naked, and you won't listen to me. So
well, one of my really good friends is always commenting on, Stace, sometimes your shirts are a little too low. Like you might want to pay attention to the cleavage. And half the time I'm like, I don't even pay attention. Like here, you don't even see it, right? You don't
yeah,
see what. But then if I'm in my studio, my actual recording studio, you see it all, and I'm like, oh damn! Like I was looking at some older videos, trying to make some YouTube shorts and things like that. And I'm looking at some of the videos and I'm like, oh my God, like my boob is half out. Like I didn't mean that. This isn't pornographic tarot.
oh my God. Ragu said, "Where's Neo? He's always naked," and then the cat pops up.
I
I
know
just
you
like
talked
did he?
across. So funny story about Neo today, guys.
Mhm.
Neo and Morpheus have had quite the day today. We have a kind of it's not a stray neighborhood cat because the cat has a collar. So it's just a cat that goes out prancing and catting around. And I'm sitting, actually, I wasn't sitting, I was standing making some food in the kitchen. And all of a sudden, Neo is like sprawled on the window, attacking my blinds. And I'm like yelling at him, like, you're going to break the blinds. Like, what the hell are you doing? Is it not enough that the blinds are open and you can look outside? Like, what's going on? And I go over there and he's trying to claw at the window. And I notice as soon as like he did some kind of hiss, and all of a sudden I saw that cat dart out. The cat was torturing them on the other side of the window. And so Morpheus was coming up as well. So it was a whole thing for 2 hours. They were like glued to the windows. And then Merlin even got involved because he was like, bro, I don't know what's going on, but I got your back. Like, what's happening? So they were all like at the patio door watching, waiting for the cat. I'm like, oh my God, the world of animals, like what you go through. So then For the rest of the day, he's been uber needy. Like, I feel bad for all of my clients. Every one of my clients today, I had to say, listen, I'm sorry, you're going to have cat in the face. Because it was one of those things where I would like move so they could see my face while I'm talking, and he would move to cover my face. I mean, it was very evident that he was like, I need my mama because I've been tortured by this neighborhood cat who is on our property and not behaving properly and isn't a good guest. So it's been a day. It's been a day.
So your gang of animals. Okay.
Yeah.
Your gang of animals. Well, let's see who's going to get a reading between. Oh, this is the most least dramatic wheel we've had, right?
I know. But, it's probably because I don't even know if I took my social media uh, back. Like, I'm learning how to do my own social media stuff. I used to have a team
Mhm.
that did it, and then I had this wonderful woman doing it. And I've been taking some courses and just learning some new things about it. And I'm like, all right, I'm
Mhm.
going to just give it a shot and see what happens. And I think I probably forgot to schedule something today because I just took it over like 3 weeks ago. So I'm learning, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still learning. So I probably forgot to put some kind of post. So most people don't even know we're on.
Well, the regular post came out, but that was what 4 days ago. So
Yeah. So,
every other Wednesday, everybody, every other Wednesday, we will be here. But
working.
we will work getting those posts up, or she's going to chop my head off.
No, I won't chop your head off. So who did we have? Who won?
It was Zenjin.
Oh, Zenjen. All right, Zenjen. We are going to pull an oracle deck or oracle card for you.
And we're not going to do it naked. So
And we're not doing it
if you
naked.
thought we were, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jen. Sucks to be you. Maybe next time. Okay. So we have the inner temple, life lessons. I go within my shadow for deep spiritual growth. Ooh, check this out. Okay. So between now and next Wednesday, I feel like you're going to have a lot of, it feels like emotional up and down. And I feel like it's around a particular person, but it's like somebody that really shouldn't matter in your life. Like, it's kind of like, I know I've had times where I get completely obsessed or like focused or caught up in like a silly comment that someone makes or a rude comment that someone makes, and I take it personal, and then for like 10 days I'm trying to figure out, not 10 days, but I had it happen actually just a couple of days ago, and I couldn't believe that I actually spent 2 hours trying to figure out if I really needed to respond to this person or not. Like, sometimes you get like focused on somebody for whatever reason, it triggers you, and then after a while you're like, why did I waste so much of my time and my energy on somebody that literally doesn't mean anything to me really in the grand scheme of things, other than that they're a fellow human on this planet, right? So I feel like this is kind of what's coming up for you in this between this Wednesday today and next Wednesday. There's somebody that kind of gets under your skin, or you're just giving a lot of energy, investing a lot of energy into thinking about that person, or thinking about what's going on. And what I keep hearing is cut the cord. This is going to be an opportunity for you to really kind of take charge of your energy. This is me, this is my energy, this is how I feel, this is what I'm choosing to engage with. And anything that falls outside of this category, bye-bye, see you later. Wow, we're getting a lot of release type stuff today. So what I love about this one is when it talks about the inner temple, this is what I like to call the self-awareness deep dive. This is the kind of journey that people can support you while you're on the journey, but they can't take it with you. They can't really hold your hand. Why? Because it's internal. Nobody has access to your internal stuff but you. And that's where the power lies. So going into the inner temple, I feel like you're just rearranging things. I want to say maybe you're giving your inner temple a little makeover, and you're reminding yourself of things that you've already processed, said goodbye to, said no more of this. This isn't serving me, or I don't need to deal with this anymore. And sometimes we have to do that. We say goodbye to something, and because it's a pattern that's so ingrained, it might take us some redirection from time to time in order to really get it out of our system. And I feel like that's what's coming up in this next 7 days is just, oh, sorry, baby. I'm sorry. It's just an opportunity to, ooh, sorry. I leaned on his tail, poor baby. He just lost some fur. Aw. So it's a real opportunity for you to reflect on what you've already cleared and cleansed, and maybe what you are out of habit or out of a lack of presence, being present now, that you're reverting back to. And a big part of this is connected to somebody who's triggering this stuff in you, but that really, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't matter. They matter as a human being, but they don't matter to your life and your existence. And so I feel like that's important. All right. I hope that makes some sense. Sorry, we had a little jump there, a little fear. Look, poor baby lost some fur. Of course, most of that fur was probably ready to, you should see my house. I mean, OMG, the tumbleweeds are unbelievable. And I have one of those little Roomba things that goes around every day, and I still have tumbleweeds. So there you go.
I can imagine. I only have one cat, and I swept the other day, and I swear I have 5 cats. So you have what, 3 or 2? You have
I have
2.
2 cats and a dog, and
Oh,
they're all shedders. So yeah, the fur is
oh.
crazy.
So it's a.
And the cat thing is new for me, right? Like I
Uh,
never had cats before. I always had dogs. So I
mhm.
was used to like fur, like dog hair fur. This fur is so fine. You guys see me all the time. I'm always touching my nose, like on my face. It's not that I have some weird tick. Not that that's a bad thing. Ticks, by the way. It's totally fine. But I have to tell clients all the time, it's not a psychic thing. It's a Stacy thing because my freaking cat just, loved up on me and I got cat hair up my nose and in my lashes and now I'm itchy.
I just pictured you with a client, and every time you do that, they go, "What does that mean? What
Exactly.
are you
Everybody,
not telling me?"
which I'm like, okay, if it's not the mastocytosis where I have to say, listen, I have a weird condition that pops up from time to time, makes my nose itch. I'm not picking my nose and it's not a psychic thing. I have an itchy nose. I can't even tell you how many times I have to say that because I'm
I
sure
don't
people,
believe you. I don't
what?
believe you. I'm coming into money. That's what that means. I don't believe you.
Is that
I'm
what
coming
that means?
into.
That you're coming into money? All right. For you, Keone, I'm coming into money when I'm touching my face.
Right, because I'm going to Venmo you today.
You're absolutely right. You actually are coming into some money. I think that's fabulous. You're too funny. All right. Is there someone else on the wheel or are we good? Are we done?
Yeah, well, the last person was Jeanette. So if you've got something for Jeanette, then we'll clear house today.
All right. Well, let's pull a card for Janet. Let's see what's going on. Hi. Thank you, baby. Mm-hmm. Yes, I see you. Thank you. All right, Janet, we have the cosmos ascend. I connect to oneness and expand my awareness. Ooh. So the next 3 days I feel like are really important energetically for you. You're going to get a lot more clarity around. I keep hearing that you've got a couple of like why questions. Why is this happening or why did this happen? Like not from a oh why, more from a universe, I really want to know. I really want to understand the lesson. I want to understand what the purpose of this was. Help me, show me the why. And I feel like in the next 3 days, any questions that you have that are like that, where you're really wanting to get clarity around something that either already transpired in your life or something that you're working towards creating in your life, you want to ask it in this 3-week window or the 3-day window because you're getting more clarity. I feel like that ascension energy is ripe for you. You want to take advantage of this time. Also, I feel like any kind of higher level, or maybe I should say deeper level meditations that you do in this next 3 days is really going to, I want to say, like take root and give you sort of a new norm for what your conduit is able to receive and pass on to you. So it's a great 3 days for you for transmission of energies and receiving of energies that are the divine. Of course, it's all divine, but like specifically the divine light energies. So really take advantage of this 3 days. I believe you just recently retired, if my memory serves. So you have a little, not that every retired person has like oodles and oodles of time. In fact, it's usually the opposite. You retire and all of a sudden you've got you're even busier, right, than you were with work. Everybody's, got an assignment of your time for them, right? But I'm feeling like with that retirement piece for you, you really have the opportunity to set aside an hour a day, for example, to kind of tap into this for the next 3 days. And I want to say it's really going to be worth your while. So don't be afraid to lean into that. Really take advantage of it. Also, that 36 is significant. So 36 breaks down into a 9. And what I'm hearing around the 9 for you is service. So going deeper into service to self and source. And that is, I want to say, kind of like the underlying theme for this 3 days, that you're laying a new foundation, or you're solidifying a foundation, and you're going to be really, I want to say, upping your game. So take advantage of this next 3 days. It's going to be super powerful for you. Thanks so much for submitting your name in the wheel. It was so nice to be able to connect with you today. Yeah, awesome. I love that. All right, Keone, I think we're actually pretty much landed on time. That's unusual for us.
That's true. We did land the plane.
Yes, we did land the plane. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Sending everyone so much love. If you are looking for a little more clarity and guidance, consider booking a Phoenix 360 Extreme Clarity experience with me. This is it's actually hugely popular. I just released it last year. No, I released it at the end of 2022. Kind of to a limited group. And then I opened it for public booking last year. And it's hugely popular. And I think one of the reasons why it's so popular is, you pick one thing that you really want to get clarity on. You want to understand the why. You want to understand where things are at, how to navigate what this is, to get all of the pieces of the puzzle. You get channeling, meditation, card pulls, a customized affirmation that comes through, reflection questions. There's just so much. There's healing. There's an energy boosting. There's so much in this session that, most people who have the session come out of it going, oh my God, like there's so much here to work with and to work for. And I feel so much better, or I feel now like I have understanding around why this is happening and what my purpose with it is and what I can do with it now, rather than feeling like I'm a leaf blowing in the wind. I actually feel like I have direction. So I highly encourage you guys to check that out and book, especially if you've got something that you're really struggling with. I would love to be of service. So hope you guys have a great couple of weeks. Keep an eye on my social media. I'm on YouTube. Like, subscribe, click the bell. I'm on Insta, I'm on Facebook, and feel free to comment on some of the new stuff that I'm doing with social media, because I am taking it over and learning all sorts of new things. I'm also experimenting and trying new things. So if there are things that you really enjoy, I would love to read that in the comments so that I can bring more of that to you guys.
And if you miss, I'm sorry.
No,
and if you miss Stacy's shorts that she does every day, 10 minutes before each Demystify the Divine, we have the weekend review, so you can catch on up just before this show comes on every other Wednesday with her week in review to see all the things that you missed.
Oh, that's so cool, Keone. That's a great thing to do. I didn't know you were doing that. Thank you.
I know. I do things behind the scenes.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. That's why I pay you the big bucks, right? That's why I pay you the big bucks.
Oh, yeah, let's end the show.
Take care, guys.